Students protesting at the lack of jobs at the prospect of emigration. Why is that still awaiting so many of them? Good evening. The dream of full employment has eluded all Irish governments since independence. In 1934, Eamon De Valera promised that no longer shall our children, like our cattle, be brought up for export. But governments before and since that promise have been obliged to admit failure. Some of our young emigrate because they've no option, no prospect of a job at home. But others with prospects here still go, for the brighter lights, the better pay and lower taxes that they find abroad. So what of graduate emigration specifically, the hemorrhage of young people recently qualified from our universities and RTCs, the so-called brain drain? What of the IDA's marketing in North America to attract US multinationals here, to come here to exploit our highly educated workforce dubbed the young Europeans in the IDA advertising? Is recent evidence not showing that our young Europeans have become just that, migrating to continental Europe in search of the jobs and challenges and pay they can't always get at home? Fergus O'Rahilly reports.
I want to be a boss, I want to be a big boss, I want to boss the world around, I want to be the biggest boss that ever bossed the world around. I want to do it right, I want to do it right away, I want to do it right now, I want to do it right away, I want to do it now.
Getting the economy right has been Charles Haughey's central preoccupation with some success for the last 3 years. But for young people and the unemployed, a singular government policy failure is unemployment.
Who are students in Arnsford Terrace never had the advantage of living in on campus.
The public finances are back in order, confidence has returned, the economy is growing again. But all of Mr. Haughey's successes have simply exposed once more a chronic inability in Ireland to turn such successes into large and sustained employment growth.
Is immigration and unemployment that we're protesting about? How will you address these topics throughout the next 2 weeks?
I think we are already addressing them. The only way to deal with unemployment and the allied problem of immigration is through the provision of more jobs. We are engaged in a major programme of development, economic development and job creation. It is now beginning to show results. Quite recently, for some time now, there has been a steady decline, a fall in the numbers of unemployed, and at the same time, the number of people at work is increasing. And that's the only real way in which one can tackle the problem.
This doesn't dishearten you at all here today, does it?
Beg your pardon?
This doesn't dishearten you at all here today. You keep the best side out.
As I said, I often took part in better demonstrations myself.
I'm sure you did.
And we're all lucky we're not in China.
Can I ask you a question for today tonight?
But the 15,000 graduates who pour out of our universities and colleges every year still enter an economy in which growth in employment consistently falls short of the natural increase in the labour force. In the 1980s, emigration is once again the simplest and most secure route to a good job, an acceptable tax system and a decent standard of living for tens of thousands of the Republic's citizens.